Hello folks, if you have VKI Eccellenza Touch and one of your valves is not closing and draining too much water, here what you can do. There is 4 screws on the back of the machine that you need to unscrew. Once you're done with that, you just lift the back and then pull it this way up. I'm gonna put it on the side. Once you do that, you will have access to the back of the machine, and the valves are this 4 here and 1 on the side. This side valve is responsible for brewing the coffee, not making the coffee like an Americano, but just brewing the coffee. If you find that there's a lot of water brewing into the coffee, then this is the valve. If it is happening just with the water and not a mixture of coffee, then this is the valve. If you have a problem with the lattes, like a milk-based drinks, this is the one. And then if you have a French vanilla problem, then this is the one. Hot chocolate is the last 4th one. Before you service these valves, you need to identify which one is that giving a problem, unless you want to service all of them. But in this case, we have a problem with this valve, and I'm going to show you how to service it. In order to start servicing process, we need a bucket of water, and then we'll find this little hose on the back that is responsible for draining the water. It's secured with the clips. We'll just unclip them, and you have a valve here. We need to release the water, and before you release anything or even unscrew the back, you just need to make sure that your machine is turned off and you stop the water flow from your water line. Here I'm going to drain the water. It'll take a couple of minutes to drain it. I'm just going to show you that the water level is dropping right inside. If you find on the bottom of your water tank a bit of white powder, that is a calcium buildup, I would highly recommend time to time, once a year, to disconnect all the valves. I'm going to show you how to do that later on one of the examples. In case you want to clean it up, you will need to pull out all the valves and disconnect the other wires, and then be able to take out the water tank, wash it in the sink, and then put it back. But for a purpose of showing you how to clean the valve, we won't do that. Here the last drop of water came out of the tank. We didn't have to empty it all the way, but we did it anyway. I'm going to just clip it back and make sure that it's locked. Now we have access to this valve. If we pull it earlier, we'll have some water there and it will drain from the hole. If we drain the water, that is easy. Pull out the wires. The red is on the right, purple or blue is on the left. If you do forget, you can look at other valves. And then you take out the little tube from the top, and then you have this valve connected to the bottom. You can do it from here if you can do it with one hand. Otherwise, pull this out and then pull it from this little silicone hose. I'm gonna put my camera on the side, and I'm gonna do that without camera on because I need my second hand. Here I pulled it out, and now I have the valve in my hand. To clean the valve is very easy. First of all, we need to find how to get access to it. For that, you need to pull that silicone pipe, and you have here a little lock that is blue, all done with the hand. You don't need anything like a tool. And then on each corner between this milky plastic and the clear, you have locks as well, plastic ones. You just pop them all one by one. You'll find that some of them are hard to do, so just keep them and then move to another one, because that way you leave the hardest for the last. And then when you clean them all, you will have access to these 2 parts. And usually this is the place where you will find calcium buildup, and this is the plastic where the calcium will build up. So the valve's supposed to be moving up and down. When it's up, you let the water go through. When it's down, it closes, and then you have no water flow. So in your current situation, I believe you have some calcium buildup there, and it doesn't let that rubber seal to lock that properly, and you would have some water draining constantly. And once you clean it up, just wash it under the water. Don't go inside the valve, but if you do, it's okay too. It's not gonna break. When you're done, just remember that this is the back part where the connector is, and this is the front part where the wires are. So we'll connect it the same way we did earlier, and we just assemble everything by securing this little clips on each corner by clipping them back into place. And taking this, by the way, I should have not taken that apart, but if you do, you can twist this part this way and be able to wash here too. It would be nice to do that to keep machine clean inside. You can do the same service to all of the other valves just to keep them maintained. After you're done cleaning the valve, you can connect it back to the hose and connect this valve inside of the water tank. The silicone hose goes right up here into this hole, and the wires blue is on the left. Sometimes it does appear a little purple. Blue is on purple or blue is on the left, and then red goes on the right side. And that's how you clean your valve. Now we just need to put the door back, secure the 4 screws, and your machine should be good to go and make some coffee.